Hello, I'm Grace Offray, your real estate investment expert. I want to welcome you all to this webinar class. Hello, I'm Grace Offray, your real estate investment expert. I want to welcome you all to this webinar class. I want you to sit back. There's so much you are going to learn today. So, I need you to do two things. Breathe in, out. Another in, out. Thank you so much for coming today. We are talking about land banking. Today we are going to be learning the importance of land banking, why land banking should be your real estate investment choice. And I'll do a bit of introduction of myself. Like I said, I'm Grace Offray. I'm now a real estate investment expert. But I'll share with you my journey. After I graduated from the university, I came to Lagos and I started looking for a job. I didn't find one. Then my mentors told me something I will never forget. He said, why don't you create one? And you know that getting into business is capital intensive. But then I just looked for a need and I reached out to meet the need. And what was this need? I discovered some young girls really needed to change their clothes. And I was living close to a market called Katangwa, where a lot of importers bring in used clothes. Even if I didn't have a capital, I just wanted to start something. So what I did was to visit the market, help them hawk the clothes, and the profit I made, I had to take it and buy some other clothes and take out of the market. So if I tell you now we're going to be talking about land banking, I think you should listen because so much happened. Doing that business, it took me a long time before I was able to gain 500,000, which I kept for an opportunity. Like I always say, you need to invest or save money for an opportunity. Then one day, while I was walking on the streets of Lagos, not new clothes, not brand new, it was actually clothes that was used abroad, and we had to sell it in Nigeria, but in good condition. I met a friend who looked so, prosperous. And I had to ask her, what do you do? And she told me she's into real estate. And she gave me all that I needed to know. But I will never forget. She looked me straight in my eyes and she said, don't buy real estate investment that does not have documents. You will lose your money. Because I was already a market woman, I knew the importance of collaboration. So I told her when next she has an opportunity for us to buy land, she should let me know. Then opportunity came. But guess what? It was way above how much I could afford. Then I just put my cap on collaboration. And I got some of my friends. We came together, we bought the land. This land was for one purpose, land banking. And after 3 years, guess what? We made over 500%. Like I said, it took me years to make 500,000. This time, it took me a few years to make 500% profit. Then I got so interested. Like you're looking at me like, she likes money. Yes, everyone does. Everybody wants financial freedom. Irrespective of where you are working today. Irrespective of how much you are earning today. The truth is, you need to create other source of income so that when it's time to retire, lie down in that beach, enjoying yourself, your monies will begin to work for you. So, I was so ready to do land banking again and again and again. But what I did was to begin to go into other real estate companies that had opportunities. I started to learn from them. I started to get people to mentor me. And I gave birth to a company which is Lifeguard Investment Limited. That is what we're going to talk about later. But guess what? Since I made a lot of money from land banking became something that I was very proud of. So when I started my company, I started with land banking. Last year was a very wonderful year. We had COVID-19 and so much happened. This is a training, so I need you to be patient and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So we went into a particular land banking site and this is why you need to be trained. So I'm going to give you the various things that happened. We started the site sometimes in March. Guess what? By April, so March, April, May, June, July. By July, we sold out all the land. We had to buy more. to accommodate other investors. And this was the reason why this land actually sold fast. One is a training. When buying a land for land banking, and you might say, what is land banking? Land banking is buying a piece of land for one purpose, either to resell or to develop, either immediately or later in the future. But the truth is, if you are buying for land banking, it should begin to generate income for you immediately. And these are the things you need to look at. One, how much is it? Two, where is the location? What is happening in that location? You know, a lot of times, if you want to go into land banking, there are some things you need to know. Is it a land bank for 10 years? Is it a land bank for 2 months? Is it a land bank for 1 year? But looking at my experience in the real estate industry, I decided to buy a landed property or a land banking site that can be used for today, tomorrow, and the future. That you will not find in many places. So I'm going to be giving you a statistics of exactly what happened. And this is provable. We entered into that land banking site sometimes in March. And we started to sell at 5 million. I'm going to be showing you on my screen so you can see exactly what happened. The 5 million offer was to our major investors. These are people that buy up to an acre. So what we definitely do, we give to them with no profits or even with little losses. Why? Because we want our money back. So they are called our angel investors. But there is always angel investors are not people that buy 1 plot, 2 plot. No, they actually buy in bulk. So those people buy. So you can play that role, becoming an angel investor by buying bulk. That bulk purchase is done even before the land is introduced into the public. So that's an offer letter you can see on my screen that was sent to one of our angel investors who bought at 5 million for 450 square meter, and he bought 30 plots, which is 2 hectares. So a little training. Hectare is 15 plots. Acre is 6 plots. So that's the offer letter. On this other side was pre-launch. So in land banking, there's what we call pre-launch. Pre-launch is a little above angel investor. So it's always important you buy or you buy during launching. So pre-launch was 6 million naira. So as you can see on the other side of my screen, you will discover that the flyer was actually 6 million naira. Then on the launching day, which is like a 24 hours, it was now said that you could actually have 10% discount. So that is why you can see this receipt showing 5.5 million, which was 10% discount. Remember, the angel investor bought lower. So after 2 weeks, the land moved to 7.5 million. That was when a lot of people started to buy. And that happened May. So you can see again another receipt showing 5.5 million. All these are things you can actually verify. This is a course, this is a class. So we have to give you numbers, details, so you can actually verify. And that happened. So a lot of people came in and bought it. And guess what? By today, what then happened? There was an expansion of this said property. And why expansion? Was because we actually bought below the market value. We bought in a good location. All that is the cap of negotiation, cap of foresight, insight, which these are as a result of the years of experience I've been doing this business. And like I always say in my training, that I am first an investor before a business person. So I also put in a lot of our funds into any land banking site that we do. So we expanded. We expanded to accommodate more people, and more people came in. By the time we were expanding, the prices started to increase. And because we were definitely selling below our market value, a lot of people started to buy our real estate investments. Reason, that particular site people started to buy and they started to resell in a month, in 2 months. So by the time it was 6 months, it was sold out, we expanded. Then something happened. So let us go straight to what then happened to the property as at today. So today, we are in May. So it's just like a year. This said property is now, if you can see on my screen, the new offer is 14.5 million. If you have questions, please kindly ask the questions so that we can actually begin to talk more. I can see a question on my phone, on the screen. Right now, my app said, why did this place appreciate so much? I've heard about Perfect Residence and it has been appreciating like wildfire. Why? Simple. We are talking land banking. Not all land banks appreciate that fast. Depends on the location, what is happening in the area, and how the land was being bought, the intention behind it. So I'm going to talk a bit about that. We have different companies. Some companies are retail companies. Some companies are investment companies. When it comes to investment companies, because they also invest other people's money, they definitely will buy something that is below the market value. So as an investment company, there is so much we also put in. And that is why a lot of people see us as people they want to buy investment from. Because as an investment company, we first invest into the property before we even get other people to invest. So these are the things you need to look at when you are trying to do land banking. What's the projection? And how do you measure projection? You know, you have to look at the environment and see what's happening in that environment. Are people going there? Another thing you need to look at is documentation. In a place like Lagos State, land banking is very profitable when it has all the documentation, because even document itself appreciates. The money you use in processing a CO4, a governor's consent, last year is not the same money Lagos State is collecting this year. That automatically means that just having documents alone can cause your land banking to appreciate. And those are the things that as an investment company we look at. So we look at those kind of things. What document, what's the projection, what's happening in the location. And if you're not buying from an investment company, then you need an investment expert that will help you, or a portfolio manager that is truthful. Because the truth is, so many people might know the truth, they might know exactly what will happen to this property, but they might not tell you the truth. Depends on their gains. So one of my secrets, or will I say business secrets, is that we look at all this before we take a decision. So once you buy into any land bank, that the investment company already have done their homework, it's profit, profit, profit. Then let's talk about the bulk buying. You know, we're talking about land banking. What's the profit range when you bulk buy? So let me give us numbers. On my screen, I'm going to be showing numbers. So this man bought 30 plots at 5 million per plot. So 5 million multiplied by 30, that's going to be 5 times 30. That gives you 150 million. Okay, so this man is now selling at 14.5 times 14.5 times 30. So he's selling at 435 million. That is over 300% in 1 year. That's because the person did bulk buy. Then those that bought pre-launch, you know, maybe a bit like 200% or thereabout. Then those that bought normal buying, you know, because normal buying, they already have made over, that's 7.5, that's 100% above. All this happened within 1 year. So when you're doing land banking, you have to decide what you want to do. Am I going to be a bulk buyer? And you can bulk buy by bringing people together and enjoy that discount. You can also buy pre-launch. You can also buy. Then whenever you buy, once it's an investment company, this 14.5 million happened this month. Okay, so when was it 12.5 million? That was in February, March, April, May, in 3 months. So even if you had bought it between February and January, the person has actually made over 30% already. The land will continue to appreciate. because everything that makes land appreciate is happening in this particular property. You might say maybe it was just because it was perfect resident, location, and all that. A good real estate investment company should always ensure, buying from them, that every investment goes in that direction. Let's talk about Spring Island. I'm talking about case study of different estates that happened within 1 year. Spring Island came into existence this year, March. People pre-bought 7 million. By the time it was launching day, 7.5 million. Some had 10% discount. Right now, it is 12 million naira. When was this launch? In March, April, May, February, March, April, May. 3 months from 7 million to 12 million. Why? Because it was thought after. It was a lagoon front. We as an investment company was putting in over 1 billion. And we needed to also make money back from our own personal investment. Do you know that people actually did bulk buying there? Let's not go into how much they bought it. Do you also know people did pre-launch price and people did launch day price? Even the people that bought last week before the price moved actually have made over 20%. So I said this to say that land banking is still very profitable, but these are the things you need to look at. You know, we're in a course. So I see another question, and I want to read the question. I see it on my screen, I see it on my phone. What should I look at when buying land for land banking? Documentation is very important. You can buy a land and the documentation is, you know that even if they are processing documents, they can show you proof of payment to the government. Because immediately that document comes out, land is going to skyrocket. There should be proof of payment. And if possible, you can verify. Then the land already has documents. And that's number one thing. Remember that when I told my story, my friend told me I could lose all my money with lack of document. Documentation is number one. Number two, location. Number three, let me give you one secret. If a land is off the express, major express, with all activities, and the land is not tarred, do you know that if you can feel or sense that the place is developing big time and you have recent houses in that street, what would definitely happen is that these people are going to come together to do the street. Estates that are coming up in that location will do the road. Once a road is done, if a land is 5 million today, once they do the road, the next day, the land goes up with nothing less than 100%. And so sometimes, when you want to buy a land, you have to be very strategic. I can't overemphasize the importance of a portfolio manager or a investment expert. You have to be very strategic. As a particular property we are bringing to the market now, the reason why we bought it is because we have heard and we have seen it that the road from the express to the land the contract has been awarded. So we quickly went to buy it. Because once that road begins, the land will move 50%, will move 100%. So those are some of the secrets. Those are things you should look at. Not just the company. You need somebody. You need an investment expert. You need somebody to give you end to end. He must be able to prove to you why they think this land will appreciate. So then location, then environment. People buy land on the mainland. You know, people buy on the island. But the truth is, whether you like it or not, the island will continue to appreciate. Everybody wants to live on the island. And that's the opportunity. They will not live under the bridge. Even if they are living in face me, I face you, one room, they will still want to buy a land and build a house. So demand is also important when you want to buy a land. Then, somebody said I should take it easy. It's because I have other things to do. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for your patience. I can see another question. When is the best time to buy a land? Is it when it's pre-launch? No, the best time to buy a land is when you have the money. Once you are buying either pre-launch, bulk buying, or you are buying from an investment company, every time is the best time. Even right now, perfect resident I was talking about, our case study, is 14.5. It will still go up. It might not go up today because it just got, the price just increased. In another 3 months, you will see it will still go up because the tendency for it to go up is there. It's going to go up. So that is that. Then another thing I want to say is take action. For you to continue to live on your income without thinking of other source of income is wrong. Take action. And a lot of people say, in your story, a lot of people told me that, do you have opportunity for people to co-invest? Yes, because that's the way I started. And that's why I'm saying to you that when it comes to land banking, you can co-invest. It's either you attend our university, lifecarduniversity.com, and join other people to co-invest with the little you have. Or you get friends like I did together to co-invest. But just start. Okay, I can see your question. Yes, you said, how can I become a bulk buyer? Once you want to bulk buy, it's a lot of property, like from 30 plots, 20 plots, you know, and we already have a list of investors that are willing, ready all the time to grab, and we have come a long way. I tell you, even before now that people did not believe in my expertise, some people were just ready to follow us all the way, and we are loyal and committed to them. Does this mean that we cannot accommodate more people? No. What you have to do is just drop your details. Let us know you want to bulk buy. We will talk to you and tell you the conditions on how you can bulk buy in any of our new projects. But you can only bulk buy in a new project, you know. So that's basically what it is. Okay, I can see your question. Do you have any opportunity right now? Yes, there's always an opportunity. So we have an estate that is coming up, and we've already started to do a pre-launch price. So if you're interested in that estate, fantastic location, our projections are 100% in less than 6 months, and it is close to town. Before I stop this training, when you buy a property very far, you know, it can be cheap, but it will appreciate later. We don't go very far. When I mean very, very far, we try to go a bit far, but with sense. Look at how long it will take for you to appreciate. We look at the timing, and we want you to start to make money almost immediately. We will go very far, but we'll let you know that it's very far. We are very sincere when it comes to this is a training. Okay, our company, because this is a training for anybody, whether you're buying from us or buying from anybody. We as a brand, we are very sincere when it comes to land banking. We tell you it will not appreciate it. So most of our products appreciate the day you buy it. So it's not really very cheap, but it's still affordable. For you not to buy it, you bring people together and buy it. And if you can buy as a bulk buyer, why not? You can buy as a single buyer, why not? And if you know you're interested, just fill in your details and let us know that you're interested in our prime state too, you know, and we'll send you more details. I want to say thank you so much for being a part of this class. And I want to let you know that I'm still open to attend to your questions. If you have more questions, I can see a lot of questions. I can't take it right now, but I promise to answer this question in any of our Q&A session that takes place every Tuesday, 3 p.m. GMT +1 in all my social media handle. I want to say thank you so much for being a part of this webinar, and I'm sure that you have learned something.